We wake up every day believing we are the independent authors of our own lives. We assume we navigate our careers, our relationships, and our choices through sheer free will. Then we encounter the climber who ruthlessly maneuvers for a promotion, or the date who abruptly ghosts us, leaving a chat log that just stops mid-sentence. These behaviors are the consistent, predictable outputs of specific internal blueprints. Human behavior is governed by two systems working in tandem: the micro-hardware of our subclinical personality traits and the macro-software of our cultural upbringing. To stop being victims of everyday conflict, we have to map both the hidden minds of the people hurting us and the invisible rules we live by. On the micro level, psychologists look at subclinical traits, behaviors found across everyday society, rather than just in forensic or criminal populations. This diagram illustrates the dark triad, coined in 2002 to describe three overlapping malevolent personalities. The data shows a high 0.50 correlation between narcissism and psychopathy. While they appear different, they share a core of low empathy and high disagreeableness. The first face is narcissism. Its core drive is an addiction to admiration, used to mask a fragile, crumbling self-esteem. The second face, Machiavellianism, traces its origin back to the Renaissance philosophy found in Niccolò Machiavelli's 1532 book, The Prince. Today, this manifests as strategic, cynical control. To a Machiavellian, other human beings are viewed strictly as pawns on a chessboard. The third face is psychopathy. Its subclinical core is defined by thrill-seeking and impulsivity. It is a cold, total lack of empathy, separate from violent criminality. Whether they seek admiration, control, or a thrill, each of these traits relies on the callous exploitation of others for personal gain. We see these traits manifest in modern dating through ghosting, the act of ending a relationship by simply disappearing. This chart, based on 2021 data from the journal Acta Psychologica, shows that people who score high in Machiavellianism and psychopathy are significantly more likely to use ghosting to end short-term relationships. For the Machiavellian, ghosting is a pragmatic, low-effort exit strategy. They stop communicating once a person no longer serves a strategic purpose. For the subclinical psychopathy, a profound lack of empathy removes any sense of moral obligation to provide a direct or compassionate breakup. While digital platforms provide the means, the impulse to ghost originates in a personality architecture that avoids the friction of emotional accountability. Beyond individual traits lies the macro layer. Psychologist Geert Hofstede described culture as the software of the mind, the invisible programming that guides our interactions. The primary divide exists between individualistic cultures, like the US or Australia, and collectivist cultures, like Japan, India, or Brazil. Individualists measure their self-worth through subjective feelings and personal achievements. In contrast, collectivists derive their worth from their perceived value to the group and their ability to maintain social harmony. This software even dictates life trajectories. Individualists tend to choose careers based on personal passion, while collectivists often choose paths that satisfy family expectations. Often, the feelings and career dreams we assume are our own are actually pre-programmed responses installed by our cultural software. We see these blueprints most clearly during moments of high stress, when our internal traits collide with our external environments. Collectivists are programmed to cope by leaning on social support networks and religious beliefs. Individualists respond to crisis by isolating. They prefer to develop independent, action-oriented plans to resolve the stress on their own. Every interpersonal conflict, from a toxic coworker to a ghosting ex, is shaped by the collision of these internal and external forces. Recognizing dark triad traits allows us to set boundaries. Once you identify the need for admiration, control, or thrill, you can begin to resist manipulation. Recognizing cultural software allows us to question our reactions. We can finally ask if our anxiety is authentic or simply a societal expectation. Seeing the architecture of behavior does not delete our programming, but it does offer the clarity to navigate a world driven by forces we rarely acknowledge.